Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner and welcome back to Hearthstone. It's week 2 of Blackrock Mountain, and as usual I'm going to show you my strategy on how to beat the heroic bosses of this week's wing. So let's get down to business. Alright, so the first boss is Garr, and his hero power is exactly the same as in normal modes. It's 1 mana to deal 1 damage to all minions. So what's the problem with heroic? He has... well, it's the same as normal mode. He has his side of the board full with 0-5 minions with Death Rattle, deal 1 damage to the enemy hero for each of these minions that died this turn. So for example, one of those minions dies on 1 turn, I get dealt 1 damage. If a second one dies, I get dealt 2 damage because 2 of them died. If both of them die at the same time though, each of them deals 2 damage because the game recognizes, oh, both 2 minions died this turn, so I get dealt 2 damage. In heroic modes, it's not 1 damage, it's 3 damage per minion. So that's gonna hurt a lot. And you definitely do not want all of them to die at the same time, that's terrible. That would deal, let me see, so there's 7 minions, if 7 die, so 3 times 7, 21 damage each. If all of them die at the same turn. All the 7 starting ones. He can summon more, and he has other tricks up his sleeve, so we'll go through them once we get there. So we have Circle of Healing to prevent those guys from dying, Silences to prevent the death rattles, Holy Smites because they're useful, I might use them to kill one on 1 turn, so to snipe them off one by one instead of allowing them to die at the same time. Some Light of the Naru to help with healing myself, healing my minions, healing his minions. Power Word Shield for card draw, North Shadow Cleric for card draw. Shadow Word's Pain to help deal with his minions. Crazed Alchemist because 0-5s die really quickly to Crazed Alchemists. Shadow Word Death, he has Volcanic Lumberers, the new Druid card, which is not available yet. Acolyte of Pains to help with his hero power, to gain some synergy from it. Mass Dispel, now this is the reason I picked Priest, because if you silence a board with 0-5s, all he has are a bunch of useless 0-5s. Unless they eventually die to the hero power, but by then you should have a decent board already. Holy Nova to help deal with these guys and heals. Grim Patrons. Now this is our offensive minion. You put this guy in the boards, and if you can actually get 2 on 1 turn to win his hero power, when he uses the hero power, you'll have 4, so really hard to remove once you get to that point. Holy Fires to help deal with more stuff and healing, because we will need it, and Temple Enforcers because, why not? Okay. This is the deck we will use to defeat Garr, and let's jump right into some gameplay. Alright, we start with the Circle of Healing. This is nice, we can even keep our Northshire Cleric. Let's ditch the Silence for now. And we really want to get a Mass Dispel. So here are his minions, the Fire Sworns. And there's his hero power, Magma Pulse. We'll heal his minions once they're at 1 probably. Or I might just start to snipe them off 1 by 1. Now you might ask, why not just silence... Mass Dispel. Why not just silence all of them and then just let them stay there because they're useless, he can't do anything with them. Well, let me tell you, Something... something that you might not want to hear if you try to do that strategy. He has Bloodlust. Yeah, and Bloodlust can be pretty bad, so let's silence all of them. Ah, Grim Patron. Nice. He has Bloodlust, he has things like Mark of the Wild. Okay, Grim Patron. Let the fun begin. He also has this spell, Rock Out, that allows him to summon more Fire Sworns. Oh, but now we're set. Let's get an Acolyte of Pain in here and just go face. Everyone get in here. Yep. Grim Patron MVP. Oh, Earth Elemental. I didn't know he had that cards. Luckily, this deck is filled with silences. I do not have him yet, do I? Not... well... one... oh, I'm one... seriously, am I one off lethal? 2, 5, yep. Oh no, let's not do this, otherwise... no, I can actually. Now we'll use Circle of Healing, so those guys don't die. And a Holy Smite, why not? Now, don't have Bloodlust. Oh, it doesn't matter, he has only 4 mana. Perfect. So the key things of this deck: Mass Dispel, Grim Patron, and you should be set.
Skip it across Ragnaros' lava pool. You'd like that.
Alright, so for the second boss, Baron Geddon, I don't know why, but I usually have a ton of trouble with the second boss. Every time. I don't know why. More trouble than the final boss, which is kinda weird. But yeah, for Baron Geddon, his hero power is deal 10 damage to the enemy hero if he has any unspent mana crystals. So I try to use a form of a zoo deck and try to be very efficient with my minions and try and use all my mana each turn. But then I kinda ran out of steam towards the end. That didn't really work, especially because Baron Geddon is very tough. He has 50 health and 50 armor, so it's gonna take a while. But yeah, he's tough, so I decided to go with the more, bit more expensive towards the late game. And you may notice that I have a couple of interesting choices here, so let's go through all of them. Have some 1-drops, Flame Imp, Voidwalker, these are pretty good, they help against his stuff and to spend 1 mana in turn 1. Then some Direwolf Alphas, Haunted Creepers, Knife Jugglers, Youthful Brewmasters, and some Ancient Brewmasters. I will explain why I have these in a minute. Earthen Ring Fireseer Imp Gang Boss, the new cards, and 2 Void Terrors, 1 Shadow Flame, Ancient Brewmasters, 2 Wailing Souls, another interesting choice, 2 Floating Watchers, 1 Frostwolf Warlords. I expect to have the board filled with minions, so this might come in great. 1 Piloted Sky Golem, 1 Sylvanas, Dr. Boom, Ragnaros, and Jaraxxus. Now, why the Ancient Brewmasters and the Youthful Brewmasters and the Wailing Souls? That's why he has, that's because he has a spell called Living Bomb. He uses the spell on one of your minions, and on his next turn, if the minion is still alive and on the board, it deals 10 damage to everything you have, every single minion and your hero. So that's a problem. That's why I have Youthful Brewmasters and the Ancient ones to bring the minion back to my hand. That's why I have things like Void Terrors to eat the minion and get rid of the effects, and Shadow Flame, also pretty good for that. So yeah, this is the deck that I used against Baron Geddon, so let's try and defeat them once more. Alright, so you want some 1-drops, otherwise you take 10 damage. Ah, Flame Imp, perfect. There's no need to worry about turn 2 because we'll use our hero power. And now we don't have to worry about turn 3. Which is fantastic. So here's the hero power, Ignite Mana. Deal 10 damage to the enemy hero if they have any unspent mana. You will also want to watch your health, because he has some burn spells, like that Lava Burst, which you just saw. Let's use our hero power. I'll use my hero power whenever I can. That's one of the reasons I picked Warlock, after all. So I can make sure I have plenty of cards in my hands. Okay, so there's Living Bomb. Really annoying spell to deal with. Oh, 2 of them! Okay, so Living Bomb, it says on Geddon's turn, deal 10 damage to all your stuff, including the hero. That's very problematic. So let's see, is there any way I could kill this imp? Then I could use the Void Terror. I don't... I'm only using Shadow Flame, but then I won't have enough mana. Well, that's why I have Wailing Souls. I guess I could probably do this first. Oh, got 1 Brewmaster, but 1 is not enough. Ah, Fire Guard Destroyer. Those things are very annoying. But I guess I could do something like this. Attack with this one and this one. 5, 6. Oh, but let me check the mana. So I use this for 2. Let's use the hero power. Void Terror. So 2, 3, 5. Hellfire. Okay, we're still alive. Could use some stronger stuff though. What do I do here? Guess I'll have to use one of these perhaps. Another lava burst. Come on, where are the big minions? Ah, there's one. So if I use this for 5, I'll have to use one of these. I guess that's fine.
Drink with me, friend.
Yeah, the result is the same if I play this first. Sure. Okay, 10 mana and still no big minions whatsoever. Ah, there's one. And we could do something like this and reuse this. Another reason to put the Brewmasters into your deck. That way you have, you can reuse mana, basically. Ah, here's Jiraxis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. Well, I could Jiraxis. Or I could use the Warlords. First, let's do this. Hawkeye Soul Priests. Alright. Okay, I'll go with Jiraxis. And get more minions to use our Frostwolf Warlords. Or Hellfire will happen. Never mind. Let's see. 2. This is getting a bit awkward. Maybe use one of these. 4, 6. I want to use the hero power. So that leaves me with 8 mana to use. How do I use 8 mana efficiently? Maybe I'll just play these two. Alright. I'm taking quite a bit of damage already. Ah, Magma Rager. Oh, I'm sensing a Shadow Flame. So let's see, 2, 6, and 4, I guess. We're almost through the armor. Still. Okay, 2, 6, and 2 more. I think we might have him, finally. Okay, starting to use the Molten Giants. I forgot he had those. Do I have enough damage? Let's see, 3, 10, 12, 19, 25... Yes, I do.
Let none survive.
There you go. Baron Geddon defeated. I'm pretty sure this deck could be refined a bit more, but it works. And that's what matters. So, for the final boss we have Majordomo Executus. And once you kill him, then you get Ragnaros himself. So Majordomo has his hero power in heroic mode is summon a 3/3 whatever their name is, for 2 mana. And Ragnaros in heroic is deal 8 damage to a random enemy twice. So think of regular Ragnaros that shoots his firebolt or whatever that deals 8 damage to a random enemy, but he does it twice. Yeah. So I went with my classic control priest just to check it out. I didn't know what to expect from him, and I beat him. This is my regular control priest that I use in ranked and to climb the ladder. And it worked. So yeah. Especially because I used Sarah and she was great in that fight. So these guys will have a ton, and I mean a ton, of Molten Giants. So you want to get board control until you can kill Majordomo in a massive burst. And then you get to deal with Ragnaros. If you have a bunch of minions on the board, then Ragnaros isn't that much of a problem. So it's a basic priest control deck that's in basically every Hearthstone deck website out there. 2 Circle of Healings, 1 Holy Smite, 2 Light of the Naru, Power Word Shield, Northshire Clerics, 2 Zombie Chows. I might remove these, because they don't do much. Well, I guess they can draw some fire from Ragnaros. 2 Wild Pyros, 1 Shadow Word Death, 2 Thought Steals. I'll actually remove these and get what? Get another Shadow Words. And maybe another. No, I'll use a Holy Fire. 2 Thought Steal, 2 Injured Blade Masters, 2 Akanai Soul Priests, 2 Senjin Shield Masters, 1 Holy Nova, 1 Lothab, 1 Vol'jin, 1 Holy Fire, 1 Light Bomb, 1 Cabal Shadow Priests, 1 Sylvanas, 1 Ysera, and 1 Mind Control. So yeah, basic priest control deck. I was gonna make a special deck to beat Ragnaros, but this worked. So yeah, let's try it out.
Anduin versus Majordomo Executus. None may challenge the living flame.
Okay, there is Majordomo.
Shall bring victory.
I'm actually going to play this Northshire Cleric turn 1, because last time something really interesting happened. He was just trying to use Lava Shock on it, and I got to... and I drew 2 cards because of it. Okay, here's a coin. Is he gonna do the same? Oh, he's not. Oh well. I tried. Now, I believe at this moment in time there is... you can kill the boss itself with Bane of Doom and bypass the Ragnaros fight completely. Oh, this isn't going so well this time. Ah, perfect. Okay, we have established board control. Another lava burst. Okay. Guess it's time for Sylvanas, perhaps.
I have no time for games.
Oh, these guys are very annoying to deal with.
Let none survive.
Guess I'll just do this for now. And prevent Sylvanas from dying to the little guys. Ooh, if only I still had my Holy Nova.
Let none survive.
Ah, that's perfect for my Cabal Shadow Priests.
Let me change your mind.
Let's do something like this. Let's attack. And let's... do I want to kill my Sylvanas though? Not yet. Ooh, nice combo. Oh. Okay.
Let none survive.
Okay, and we don't want to set him too low. Because I bet his hand is filled with mountain giants. Ah, nice. Let's draw a bunch of cards. Guess I can do this. And I'll just get rid of this guy.
Let none survive.
Okay, Core Hound. That's a good target for my Holy Fire. And I don't need any more cards for now, so let's do... How much damage do I have? 5, 8, 10, 13. I'd like to finish him in one blow. Although he can still... Yeah, he can play Molten Giants at 10 mana. I'll let him play him at 10 mana. Okay, let's get a Vol'jin. Let's get rid of this. And no Lothab. And we have enough damage to deal with Ragnaros. Here's another Molten Giant. Although I'd still like more board presence. I'd love to mind control that, but these two will die because I can't heal them. Okay, let's get rid of the Pyromancer. Pyromancer's not doing anything anymore. Let's get some of his cards. Okay, Fire Elemental, okay. And there it is. Oh, he hit Vol'jin. Alright. Okay, how much damage do I have? 10, 19, 22. And I can have more. I basically want a bunch of damage ready. This will do. To get both Majordomo... Fireball, really? Oh, okay. I'll take it. To get both Majordomo and Ragnaros on the same turn if possible, or over 2 turns. That would be perfect. Let's draw some cards. Should probably do this. Flame Imp and another Fire Elemental. I guess I'll go for it. Here he comes, Ragnaros the Fire Lords. 30 health, 30 armor. Hero power, deal 8 damage to a random enemy twice. Oh, can he actually hit me twice with that? Okay, now we'll go for it. 1 Fire Elemental. And let's get this to draw some extra fire. Literally. Some more insects are gonna die. Wait, do I have lethal? 11, 11, 14, 17, 20. No. Ah, perfect. Ysera is pretty great for this because it doesn't tie to the hero power and can give us nightmares and Ysera awakens, which is pretty great. And we got him. See, a hand filled with molten giants. There you go. Kind of easy.
You've done it! The mountain is mine! Mine!
Alright guys, this is it for week 2 of Blackrock Mountain. We've just completed the second wing Molten Core in heroic modes. I hope the decks that I used helped you. If you're a new player and don't have most of these cards, just go to the Hearthstone subreddit. There should be a couple of posts there with budget alternatives to beat these bosses, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the decks helped you, and I'll see you all next week for Blackrock Spire.